county community is reacting to news of a plane crash near Monroe yesterday afternoon.
We've learned in the last hour that 81-year-old Colleen Deininger was the pilot, and her daughter, 53-year-old Melissa Deininger Dickman, and grandchildren, 17-year-old Emma Rose Dickman and 13-year-old Alex Dickman, were on board. All four of them were from Kenosha.
Rose Schmidt joins us live now from the Monroe Municipal Airport with the very latest on the federal investigation now underway. Rose?
That's right. The family started out at an airport in Kenosha and was headed here to celebrate a graduation. Now, federal investigators tell me it could take them up to 2 years to figure out what exactly caused the plane to crash. This was the view from Valerie Pick's backyard Monday as investigators worked to clean up the scene. But just 24 hours before,
the house shook like the neighbors have dynamite. They blast in the quarry, so the whole house was shook.
Valerie didn't see the plane hit the ground, but she sure felt it.
I couldn't believe it was a plane crash. We had a plane in the 80s, mid-80s crash in the front of the house. Yeah, and an older couple had passed away in that.
Her son came out of his house next door and got out his binoculars to look a few hundred yards away.
They were looking toward the north, and he said there was an explosion. Well, then we looked, and we could see flames, so we must have just missed it. But there was flames and a lot of black smoke.
Valerie's property is hundreds of acres, and she's surrounded by her animals.
The horses were scared. They were running around. It was pretty terrifying.
The crash left a physical mark on the trees in the area and an emotional one in town.
I think Monroe will respond with any tragedy we've had in recent times with great support that we need to do to those families.
Mayor Louis Armstrong says Monroe is a place where everyone is familiar with one another, and they have a lot to be proud of.
Take a lot of pride in our new airport terminal. We're trying to get a lot of traffic in here, and it's unfortunate to have something like this happen.
The last crash in the Monroe area happened in 1988, and 2 people died.
Not the first, but hopefully the last.
Federal investigators say that the preliminary report will come out in just a few days, with the finding of probable cause coming out in 12 to 24 months.
All right, Rose Schmidt reporting live from Monroe. Thank you, Rose.